Okay, aloha. This is Roger Heska, the now 50-year-old teenager, and I have some exciting news I want to share with you. Basically, I got some really cool stuff that I want to tell you about, okay? And also wanted to say a welcome to my suddenly a bunch of new subscribers, so YouTube subscribers. So I want to say thank you for joining my channel. I've got some really cool stuff for you, stuff to help you improve improve your health and happiness with the raw food diet. I've got a bunch of exciting news there, and I've got a very cool resource coming your way that I've just put together, and it's going to help it make it much easier for you to go on a raw food diet. So this is just a quick little late night test video, but I did want to say hello. And if anyone wants to say anything in the chat, you're welcome to say hello. I'm looking at this. Okay, I don't know what that's all about. Anyway, I see Andrew. Now I want to just test here if I can actually enter something. So, oh, hello, you guys. Thanks for saying hello. Yes, life is beautiful. Sorry, the lighting in here is not so great, but at least you can see me. Yeah, I wonder if I can type in URLs here. I want to, let's see, just for the sake of typing in a URL, I'm going to type in my sort of main portal website. Yes, okay, I can type that in. All right, because I've never done this. I've never done a live stream off of my computer. I did one live stream before on my smartphone. So anyway, just want to say hello. What's new to you, Vegan in Wonderland? And hey guys, I'm doing well. Shankar. And yeah, so glad you guys could come by. And yeah, like I said, I got some cool stuff. So what I probably will do is I'll announce it tomorrow, maybe via email. My email list, you can get on my email list at rogerheska.com, or I'll announce the cool stuff to come through my Twitter account, through my Facebook. So I'll give you guys a chance if you are there, and I don't know what time. It'll be, probably in the early afternoon tomorrow. But I think I'm going to have two more live streams for you. So anyway, cool stuff to come. And we'll try to get a few more people on the call a little earlier in the day. Yeah, no problem, Sunil. I am glad to share what I can to help the world live healthier, happier, funner lives. So thank you all, you guys, for being here and taking part. So this is pretty cool. So I'm starting this. I've never did this, so it's good to see what is possible. I mean, I don't even know what else, of all the different things you can do. So how do I sound? Is my voice loud enough? Do I sound okay? Someone just respond, I guess, in the comments and let me know how I sound. Oh, anyway, I'll keep talking. And if someone wants to reply, maybe Andrew, you could make the reply. Yes, voice is fine. Okay. It's probably not perfect. I don't have, like some super duper high quality mic, but okay. All right. So I sound good. And by the way, before we go, because it is late, but does anyone have any questions they want to ask? I can start. Thank you, Mr. Langham. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions? And we can, raw food, whatever it is, fitness, whatever you want to ask. I'll answer a few questions if you got any. If not, just wanted to say hello, and we'll start this again sometime. Start doing some more live streams. So hopefully I'll do one sometime tomorrow, maybe before the afternoon. We'll see. And then maybe one in the evening too. All right. So let me see. I'm just waiting here to see if any questions pop up. So, do you know Dr. Robert Morse? I don't know him personally. I've never spoken to him, but I think a lot of what he's teaching is really cool stuff. And I believe he has found a couple of things. I believe he's found why a lot of raw foodists have failed in the past, and they were always blaming the raw food diet, but they didn't realize that they had health issues that were even, just going raw by itself is not always enough to heal every little problem. Sometimes you have to go a little deeper, take some herbs, do some dry fasting, do some other healing protocols, and figure out exactly what's going wrong. And then you can, improve yourself. So yeah, I think he's teaching a lot of great stuff. And I think basically if you combine his knowledge with my knowledge, you'd be set. His knowledge on the healing detox, my knowledge on afterwards on how to stay 100% raw for a very long time and just totally love everything that you're eating. So yes, I know Dr. Morse. Let me see if there are any other questions. Raw vegan beer. Don't know anything about it. Don't really want to know about it. I got I prefer to get a natural high. Let's see. How much sunshine is enough for the day? As much as you can get, man. Without burning. As much as you can get without burning. I mean, it depends on how intense the sun is, how dark your skin is, how much tan you've got, how many antioxidants are in your body. Like when you eat raw, you get a ton of antioxidants, which actually protect you from the sun. I mean, my raw food mentor years ago was a pale white gentleman. And we would go to the beach in the middle of summer, and he would never burn, never put on any sunblock or anything. And I was always surprised, but different people get affected in different ways by eating raw. So let me see. Where do I usually buy food? Well, first of all, one thing that's important to know when I'm out, if I get hungry or something, usually you try to prepare ahead of time if you're a raw foodist. Either bring food with you. If you're going to be away from your food source for a long time, so you just basically plan ahead. However, also the really, really cool thing about going raw is that it purifies your body. It makes it so you can easily skip a meal and barely even notice it. In my cooked food days, once I started feeling it was time to eat dinner, oh my God, I would go crazy. I had to eat then, and I'd get upset if I didn't get my food. It's like, come on, get it to me. No. But these days, even if I have to skip a meal 3 or 4, and wait 3 or 4 hours later, it's not the end of the world. I mean, just the other day, maybe a month, about 2 months ago, something like that. I went about 27 hours with no food, no water either. It was a dry, 27-hour dry fast. It really wasn't that difficult. So that's one of the big advantages of going raw. You can go a lot longer without feeling hungry. Even if you're hungry, it just doesn't feel so bad. So, see, anything else? Do I use sunscreen? No. But actually, I did, believe it or not, overdo the sunshine recently. I didn't build up my tan gradually enough. And if you do that, you can temporarily look a little older. So some part of my arms look a little old these days, but it'll regenerate itself, and I'll look a lot younger soon, now that my body is getting adapted to the sunshine. I think it's important to get sunshine and not to hide from it, not to wear lenses, important stuff. And George, any thoughts on the grape fast? Yeah, that might be quite valuable. I read a book on that a long time ago on how to use that and, being able to help you to overcome cancer, so-called cancer. If you follow Dr. Morse, cancer is nothing what the average person thinks it is. So, Joanna, I forgot the author's name, but yeah, that's really good. I know someone who used that, who helped them with a tumor or something. When you're eating grapes, grapes are super healing. I actually know someone, my raw food mentor. He had a girlfriend from Sweden, and they met in New York, and she actually lived on grapes only. Every color grape, green, red, purple, whatever. For 11 years. She only ate grapes for 11 years, and she only needed to sleep for like 4 hours. So she had not a grape fast, she had a grape life. And then later on, she started adding in a few more foods. And then I guess she, at some point, felt she needed more nutrients, which I would have felt a long time before that. But yeah, so that might be quite useful, doing a grape fast, especially if you have high quality grapes and they don't cost you too much in the summer months or whatever. Let's see. Any more questions? Well, we're starting to get a lot of questions. What raw foods do you eat? Fruits, vegetables, savory raw carbs foods, which I talk more about in my savory raw carbs program, but that would be something like raw chickpeas, jicama, other things that are not fruit and not necessarily sweet, but it can fill you up, and they're fantastic. Lots of greens, all different kind of greens. So I'm not going to go into that in detail, because tonight was not this live stream. The purpose was not to really go in depth in questions, but let me see if there's any more. Are you from Estonia? I don't know if that's for me or not. Hando? That's Hando, somebody else. Okay. How much water do I drink? Not a ton. I get a lot of water from my fruits and vegetables, but I do drink water. And I live in a desert climate. It can get very dry here. Just the other day, it was like 4% humidity. So I tend to drink water just because I'd rather not get the extra calories. So I'll drink a little extra water before a meal, but I'm not a huge water drinker because I get plenty I eat a lot of juicy fruit. I do supplement with B12. For me, I found that I needed to do that. Let's see. Any other question? Does sugar from fruit spike insulin? Yes, actually. I mean, your blood sugar is going to go up. But if your body is healthy, it'll also very quickly go back down. Okay? So your blood sugar will go up, you'll feel full, and then it quickly goes back down. Okay? As long as you don't have a lot of fat in your bloodstream. So, all right. Anything else? Vegan in Wonderland. Grapes are, by the way, really good for the kidneys. I bet they are. What's the best B12? I don't know. There's different kinds. You may want to try a methylcobalamin either under the tongue, or you can get these dots that you put behind the ear. I don't know or these patches that you put behind the ear supposedly absorb a lot better. And I don't know if they're still selling them. Benefits taking B12. Well, you don't get anemia. You don't die of a heart attack. You know, if you're low on B12, you can run into problems. What are my credentials? I don't have any credentials. My only credential is me, my experience. Also, working with other people, helping them to get results, helping them to actually become raw foodists and actually enjoy being raw foodists. Yes, I've worked with a number of different leaders in the raw food world. And unfortunately, I found a lot of problems, a lot of disinformation, even from people who at one point I had trusted. So these days, there's not too many people I could recommend who give you a straight answer when it comes to eating about raw food, at least that I know of personally. So anyway, guys, fantastic. I didn't realize how much I would enjoy doing this. So this means that our upcoming events should be really top notch. Should be quite enjoyable. Let's see, anything else? Does mushroom contain B12? It might. I generally stay away from mushrooms because it's not a sun food. But I mean, it's probably not the end of the world if you eat it. You can get sick if you eat the wrong kind of mushrooms.
It does contain B12.
A good source of B12 is your own poop. Your poop is loaded with B12, but I haven't tried eating it yet. But there have been actual studies where people have been nourished on B12 from their own poop. It's extracted from their poop and turned into a supplement and given to them, and then they're just fine. So yes. No fat raw is the best. Not necessarily. You just got to, overall, your calories have to be low. But I do generally, for health reasons, I do recommend a high carb, low fat diet, about 15% or less of your total calories coming from fat. So you're always hungry on a raw diet. Yeah, that could be because you're not getting enough calories. When I first went raw, I didn't know what I was doing. I thought I was eating all day long. Also, it depends on the kind of food. Some people just at first don't process watery fruit. I could never get full on watery fruit. Later on, I found out about using a lot of bananas and other more calorically dense foods, and then I was fine. But still, I couldn't really get myself full on juicy fruit. Now I can. Now I can get full on juicy fruit. Your body changes and adapts over time. So yes, you can go from being hungry and starving and feeling like you got to eat every hour to, I usually go 17 hours after my dinner meal or longer without eating. Just the other day, I did 21 hours without eating or drinking. So I don't feel hungry all the time anymore. Yeah. Well, hi, naturally. I don't feel satisfied with just fruit and get sick of salads without dressing and still very hungry. Yeah, I recommend savory veggie stews. You don't have to make salad dressing with savory veggie stews, and it easily doubles your greens intake. And I also highly recommend savory raw carbs because you can fill yourself up on foods that are on delicious recipes that are not fruit. You don't have to constantly eat sweet to fill yourself up on carbs and stay low on fat. Do I eat oils? No, I do not eat oils. There are a number of problems with oils. Basically, it's an empty calorie food. Also, when you convert a whole food into an oil, it goes from the cis form of the oil into a trans form of the oil. At least that's what I learned from one of Dr. Gabriel Cousens' books many years ago. But we do oil pulling, yeah. Hey, Troy, thanks. Love you too, buddy. You thought I was some random numbnut teenager, huh? All right, well, sorry to disappoint. Hey, I look 25, thanks. Meheru. Yeah, Andrew. Troy, I eat a box of cosmic brownies every day. Would you recommend me stopping? I don't really know what cosmic brownies are. Sounds good, I guess, but I don't know what they are. Hey, do I take omega-3? No. Your body can convert, unless there's some issue with your body, it can convert, all the essential fatty acids, convert it to DHA or whatever it is. I've forgotten already. Stuff I've studied years ago, but yeah, I have no need for it. And as far as omega-3, if you eat a good raw diet, you actually get a much, much better, and especially if it's low in vegetable oils, which since I don't use any, if it's low in vegetable oils, you get a much, much better omega-6 to omega-3 ratio. Like yesterday I had basically 2 parts omega-6 to 1 part omega-3, which is a very, very good ratio. But it depends on what I eat. But it always stays at a very good ratio. Do I take creatine, BCAAs, whey protein, pre-workout? Troy, no, none of those things. Not needed. Where have I been the last few months? How come no videos? Because I'm not really a YouTuber. Or at least I haven't been. But since all of a sudden I got all these new YouTube subscribers and I got a spike, some YouTube gods decided to send me traffic. So, hey, here I am saying hello. Maybe I will use YouTube a little bit here and there. So, let's see what else. I'm gonna wrap this up. Do I know how to regrow hair? I'm pretty much bald. No, I don't know. I mean, I don't know that necessarily eating raw would regrow your hair. Some people claim it does. All right, so it's worth a shot. For me, I do think a lot of the hair is sort of genetic, but certainly if you eat raw and if you get enough nutrients, like I've been supplementing with a new nutrient, and I'm finding I'm losing less and less hair. Even me at 50, I do lose some hairs, but at one point I was losing more hairs than before. So yeah, so this is real, folks. This is my real hair. People think I wear a toupee. People think I have chest implants. I mean, it's just so funny. People think I take steroids. I never took a drug in my life except, when I used to drink alcohol. And I haven't done that, pretty much since just before I turned 21. All right, guys. Anyway, thank you. Advice on how to lose virginity. Well, you can eat raw. You can eat raw, and then what's cool about eating raw? The raw women only want raw men. So eat raw, go to raw food events, and maybe you lose your virginity. But the real way to lose your virginity is to be yourself. And actually, I have a good book recommendation. Okay, it's not a book about picking up women, but it's a great book. Could change your entire life. It's called I believe it's called 50 Ways to Create Great Relationships by Steve Chandler. Let me type it in. 50 Ways. I think it's Create Great Relationships by Steve Chandler. Check that out. Fantastic book. Fantastic book. Can help you in a lot of ways. Some filling foods that have little calories. Try jicama. I supplement with B12, K2, vitamin D, depending on the time of year. Do I eat Himalayan pink salt? No, and I'll probably get more into that in one of my future live streams. How do I get from my weight 145 to 150 and maintain it while working out and doing sprint workouts, all raw, by the way? Just exercise, you'll put on muscle. And also over time, if you're eating all raw, the body adapts there's all sorts of changes that go on. I can't really get into all the different things that you would need to do. But anyway, I can go into that more in depth some other point. What do I think about the desire to have sex 5 times a week? Cool. Whatever floats your boat. Oh, Andrew typed it in too. No fab. Not sure what that is. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for participating, and more live streams to come in the future. I had no idea this was so much fun. All right. So thank you all for stopping by, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.